We are not your grandmothers and grandfathers in NAACP, and I know some chapters that's what I think of. We wanted to make this organization that already existed, that had a name, to see if we could make it work more effectively for justice in our community. Well, as I said earlier, we have our Vice President Rubye Johnson that's going to talk briefly about the importance of voting, getting registered to vote. And don't misunderstand me, I think voting is important. And keep in mind, a lot of people died for you to have the right to vote. I do insist and recommend that you make yourself aware of the facts and of the candidates and what your interests are. When you're voting, you make sure that you're voting in your own enlightened self-interest. And that she also talks about the importance of the census. And matter of fact, Ms. Vice President Johnson is our key point person in Crittenden County, the whole Crittenden County area, about the census.
Hello, this is Rubye Johnson, and I am the Vice President of the Crittenden County NAACP. You've heard a lot of information and you've heard a lot of good resources, and you've heard a lot of things that you needed to hear, because we are confused during this time. So many different things are happening, and you may want to ask yourself, well, what can I do? Since I can't march, or I may not have the money to support different groups, what can I do? I'm going to give you two things that you can do that takes very little effort, and it's something that you really need to do, because if you want to help your community out, these are two excellent ways that you can help your community out. The first one is with the census. It is 2020 census time, and you may say, well, what the census is all about? First of all, it is in our Constitution that every 10 years that we have to have census, and it counts everybody in the United States. Why is it important to get counted? It's important to get become counted because it helps your community with the funding. We talk a lot about our roads, we talk about our schools, our hospitals, we talk about Medicare, we talk about Medicaid, we talk about our children having places where they can go and be safe for daycare, food stamps, the SNAP program, and even how we get our elected officials. They draw the line. So this is why we take the census, so we can get our federal funded. Now, how can we go about getting our census recorded? The first thing, they have sent us out forms, and you can go online at census.gov, census.gov, and you can fill out your census form there. Remember now, you are going to list everybody in your house that was living there on April the 1st. April 1st is passed, but still, if you have not done it, if they were living there on April 1st, whether they're your parents or your cousin, a neighbor, it doesn't matter. If they were living in your house, that's who you put on the census. So you can go on the internet and fill it out. If you don't have an internet or you don't like to do that, then you can fill out the paper form that they send to you and mail it back. If you don't want to do that, there's a telephone number that you can call, a 1-800 number that you can send your form back to. And let me give you that number. That number is 800-923-8282, that you can call and someone will assist you. Now, don't be afraid to do it. A lot of people don't like to give this information with so many scams and things going on, but you do not have to worry. Your information will be sealed for 72 years. No government agent, police, or courts will be able to get your information. This is strictly for the census and for them to count, so all this money can be come back to our neighborhood. Right now, Arkansas is at 55.1, and that's good. That's better than most people in the nation, but the nation average is 60.4. We need you to fill it out, because in Crittenden County, we need every cent. Right now, we will be missing about $45 million in the next 10 years if we stay where we are now. So if you want to fill out your census, make sure you call. You've got the information from our president. You can stop by here. We have these forms here for you. Someone will answer your questions for you. That's one thing that you can do to help your community. The second thing that you can do, and these are not things that are gonna just, we say that these are only two things. No, these are not. There are many, many more, but you can do this, and this is register to vote. If you've already registered, then we need you to get out and vote. That's your right. And people have died so you could be able to do this, and we need to make sure that we need to register and vote. You can pick these up at the courthouse. You can pick them up here at 812 East Broadway, which is the Crittenden County NAACP office. Someone is always here 4 days, well, really 5 days a week, but 4 days a week from about 10 to about 4. And then on Saturday, you can catch them around 10 to about 1. And they will be able to assist you with that. Now, we need you to do something. If you are not doing anything, then you are the problem. So these are two very simple things that you can do, and we are looking forward for you doing that. Don't complain when your community is lacking, because you had the opportunity to do something that will help your community to get the money that we need. And not only that, when you get the money, attend the meetings, hold the people accountable, go to city council, go to the school board, talk to the mayor, talk to the chief of police. You have that right. You are their employee. They are not yours. You are theirs. So get involved, do what we need to do, and let's make our community better. If you have any questions, give us a call. We are always here. Thank you.
If you want to join the NAACP, Crittenden County NAACP, and become a part of the solution, you can join. You can stop by and get a membership form and fill it out. Or you can go online and pay it at $C County NAACP. Thank you. We are not your grandmothers and grandfathers in ACP. And I know some chapters that's what I think of. We wanted to make this organization that already existed, that had a name, to see if we could make it work more effectively for justice in our community.